Hey friends, happy Monday. Did you survive your Monday? I almost didn't. I have been dragging like crazy today. It's definitely been a Monday. And I finally realized, I think why I'm feeling so crummy is because of the sugar fest I may have had yesterday because of that darn Easter bunny. I don't know about you, but I had my fair share of chocolate Easter eggs and dessert and all sorts of stuff, and I'm definitely feeling it today. But so what great timing in my groups this week. Well, it's partly because of my day yesterday, but we are doing a no sugar challenge this week. And so if you know me, you know I run VIP challenge groups where we work on clean eating and our fitness. And for the most part, if we're following the clean eating plan that I suggest in my groups, pretty much we're avoiding sugar. But there are places it sneaks in again, and we pick up our bad habits again. Or, just there's some foods that it's really sneaky. And so I wanted to come live and kind of talk about that today really quick. I'm not going to be long because I think a lot of people just don't really know how to find sugar in their food and, how to, what foods it's commonly in and those kind of things. So first, my name's Alexis. My page is Alexis Cochever Health and Fitness RX. Health and fitness because it's my passion. It's been something I've done my whole life. And the RX because I am a family practice physician assistant, and I actually talk a lot about sugar all day long. I can't tell you, probably I can't really think of any kind of illness that comes into my office that I don't find a way to work sugar into the conversation because I just think it has that but much of an impact on our bodies. So we'll talk about that later in the week, and we can... But today I just want to share some of the common foods that you're going to find lots of sugar in. So first, I did a little presentation a week or so ago, and I shared some cool, scary facts about sugar that I want to share with you. First of all, if you have not watched the documentary Fed Up, I urge you to watch it, especially if you have kids. It's a great documentary talking about the food industry and all the added sugar and how we've sort of been, not fooled, but confused by the whole low-fat generation and scaring us away from fat and steering us, unfortunately, towards more sugar and more illness and disease. So a couple of crazy statistics from that movie, or the information they showed in that movie, that 80% of the some 600,000 food items that are on our shelves have added sugar. So the shelves in the grocery store, all those middle shelves, have added sugar. 80% of 600,000. That is crazy. Another one is, according to the USDA, humans, we eat over 150 pounds of sugar per person per year. That's like a half a pound a day. So that's the equivalent of 6 cans of Coke or eating 8 Snickers bars a day. I might have come close to that yesterday. Scary. And we're still, the average child consumes 34 teaspoons of added sugar every day. Added sugar. That's not just natural sugar that comes in your milks and fruits and things like that. So anyway, no wonder we're all so fat and sick and tired and depressed. I definitely feel almost all of those today, definitely the tired part. So basically, I want to talk about some of the common misconceptions about foods and where to find sugar. So this is the biggest one. Fat-free. It's going to be backwards, sorry. But it says fat-free. This is salad dressing. A lot of us, when we're trying to go on a health journey, at least I know I used to when I first started, looked for fat-free. And we've been told that for years and years, to go for fat-free. That's better for us. It's heart healthy, that kind of thing. But guess what happens when they take out the fat? They add sugar. So I don't know if you've ever thought of your salad dressing as being a sweet, but this salad dressing has 6 grams of sugar in only 2 tablespoons. And I don't know about you, but 2 tablespoons of salad dressing, I have a hard time sticking with that serving size. I do, but it's really hard. So I think the average person probably uses much more than a tablespoon, so it's probably getting far more than 7 grams of sugar. So here you are thinking you're eating a really healthy meal, and then you load it with a bunch of sugar. It's like putting a bunch of ice cream on top of it. So watch that. So the fat-free stuff is not all it's hopped up to be. So what you have to be doing is reading your labels, and not just here. So this is really important here, looking at the sugar totals, but you also need to read here. So this not only has sugar on there, that's pretty obvious, but it also has cranberry juice. So that's going to bump up the sugar like crazy. So You know, olive oil and vinegar, you can make some awesome, pretty much most bottled salad dressing in the grocery store are going to have added sugar. You can make some awesome homemade ones with vinegar, oil, some garlic, some natural, you know, fresh herbs, that kind of thing, and it's delicious, and you don't need sugar at all, if you ask me. So the next one that's really gets people a lot, pasta sauce. So I bought these. This is not the type of brand I usually buy, but I bought them to use in my presentation last week. And pasta sauce is huge. So I can't tell you all the pasta sauces I've found. It is so hard to find it with low sugar. This one has 10 grams of sugar in only a half a cup. Holy cow. So, and that's not just sugar from the tomatoes. Now, the tomatoes will add sugar. The type of tomato sauce I get, which unfortunately I don't have right now, is this Antica Rustica, I believe is the brand, and it's the spinach flavor. It has only 1 gram of sugar, and there are no sugars listed in the ingredients. It only comes from the vegetables, the tomatoes that are in that sauce. So that's natural sugar. So that's why you need to look at the label, because you're going to have some things that have natural sugars from the vegetables. So yeah, there's natural sugars in tomatoes, which are great for you. But then when you start adding actual sugar, which says diced tomatoes in tomato juice and sugar is the next ingredient. So those are the things you want to watch for. Tomato sauce is a huge one. So and then you're putting it on top of high carb pasta. Yikes, that's a lot of sugar you're going to get. Another one is yogurt. So this is the good kind you can get, but a lot of people buy the pre-sweetened yogurt that has the fruit on the bottom. You mix it up. It tastes amazing. But all of that fruit, and it's usually not really whole fruit. It's usually like fruit juice and fruit like syrups and things like that. Adds a ton of sugar to it. So you have got to watch it. Your best bet is to buy this plain yogurt. We like to get 2% because we're not afraid of fat around here. We add fresh fruit and a little bit of raw honey to it. Raw honey is a better option for your sweetener because it's not processed. It's better for your body. It doesn't affect your blood sugar quite as drastically as processed sugar does. But it's so much better for you. So make your own. We make our own fresh yogurt parfaits for my husband and my son almost every day, and they love it. Oh my gosh, and this one was crazy. Ketchup. So look at this. Look at how they try and fool you. They focus on no salt. Yay, there's no salt in this ketchup. Isn't that amazing? You should definitely eat a ton of this. No, you shouldn't. Because this is probably the worst kind of sugar you can find in something. High fructose corn syrup. You're not going to be able to see that, but it's on there. High fructose corn syrup. If you find high fructose corn syrup in anything, stay far away. Far away. So it affects your sugar, it affects your blood sugar in your body just like sugar does, but it also high fructose corn syrup is so processed that it does major damage to your liver. So avoid anything with that. You can find ketchup that has just plain sugar in it that's normal, which is not as bad as this. It's still sugar, so you want to watch that. But please watch that. And don't be fooled. The food industry has become keen to our concerns about health, and so they add things to the labels like this, no salt. I had someone in one of my groups the other day share this super cool beverage they drank that was supposed to be this healthy beverage. I think it had gluten-free on this drink, gluten-free, fat-free, some also other healthy words, and on the back there were 26 grams of sugar. Holy cow, that's crazy. So just watch those kind of things. So that, and then, this is my favorite. I wanted to share this. This is my favorite kind of sweetener. If you do need a sweet, I have a sweet tooth. I like to add sweetener. So in my coffee, my oatmeal, that kind of thing. Liquid stevia, that is a natural sweetener, comes from a leaf. You want to watch that it doesn't have any additives. A lot of times they add different sugar alcohols that will add the sugar to that. So watch for that. Those are just some quick common things that I see a lot of people running into problems with. Watching those food items, the best bet is to stick to the perimeter of the grocery store. That's where all the whole food is. Once you get in those aisles, you're dealing with processed food, oftentimes has added sugar. So good luck. If you want to join my no sugar challenge, comment below and I'll give you some tips on how to do that this week. Have a good night.